What's up, guys? Your boy HB.
Man, what's going on, man? It's your boy KI, man. Welcome to Bills United episode 2, man. I'm excited, man. The last show went pretty well. I want to thank everybody for tuning in, for everybody for liking and subscribing. If y'all have anything to say, please comment down below. When towards the end of the episode, we're gonna get right to it, man. We're gonna conversate. So hey, come in, enjoy the vibe, enjoy the show, and let's get to it.
Yes, sir. We also got a new segment today. We're going to have it throughout the show. It's called Flag on the Play. So if we hear anything suspect going on during the show, we're going to throw these bad boys right here, and we're going to throw a flag on the play. We're going to challenge them right then and there. Any questions that you have toward the end of the podcast, we'll promise to answer all of your questions. But let's get on with the show.
Hey, man. Oh, what I got for us? Hey, listen, man, we finna be cooking up. First thing first, hey man, let's do a little quick recap about the injuries from last week on both sides, on both teams. So now with that being said, man, let's start off with the San Francisco 49ers. Yes. What are your thoughts on Christian McCaffrey's season-ending injury and Jordan Mason ankle that is now has been confirmed to be out versus the Bears?
So I'm kind of confused as to why they play Christian McCaffrey at all, because I mean, their season was pretty much a wrap, and they were coming in already hobbled as it was. I mean, they were looking for a signal of life, at the end of the day, but I wouldn't have had somebody that we already took care of and paid on my team to go out there and play. And coming back from the injuries that he did, I wouldn't have had him out there at all. But having Mason hurt also definitely left a big gap on their play at all, too. So I think that at the end of the day, they're pretty equipped over there at the offensive line, so it don't really matter who's out there running the ball. It's definitely a big game changer, as we saw on Sunday, not having McCaffrey out there and having somebody else run the ball, because he was doing a number on us. But we gonna get on that.
So I'm not gonna lie, bro. I 100% agree with you, and the reason why I say that is, for one, like I understand why the 49ers played them, because guess what? They are in desperate measures.
Oh, yeah.
They 2 games behind in a division, and they looking like they're not even going to make the playoffs. And they just came from a Super Bowl appearance. So, I understand the desperation, but then again, Christian McCaffrey, he have a long history of injuries, especially with his lower bottom. The bottom half of his body is constantly getting hurt. And clearly he wasn't 100%.
No.
Because it seemed like he looked it good for the time he was out there, but you could tell y'all was literally running that man into the grave. He just came back.
Oh yeah.
Get easy. The running back is the most contacted position on the field. He's gonna take the most contact.
The most underappreciated too.
Oh yeah, for sure, and underpaid.
Oh yeah.
And as a running back, you have to constantly plant your feet with a lot of pressure. So, in my opinion, San Francisco as an organization, y'all should be ashamed of yourselves, because for one thing about y'all are pretty much cursed when it comes to injuries. No, besides the Bills, I know we heard a lot. I don't think anybody have anything over this medical staff over there in San Francisco. That team can't stay healthy to save his life.
No, for real.
And with Jordan Mason, is actually crazy, because I don't recall when he actually got hurt during the game. So I was actually surprised when I seen the update and it said that he was out against the Bears, because I'm not gonna lie, he did pretty well as well. Even when Christian McCaffrey got out or was taken out the game, they kind of didn't miss him. He was doing just as much production, but it wasn't as flashy. You know what I mean?
But play going on there too. There's a lot of trap play and the defensive tackles on our side, man. They were not getting any gap integrity at all, man. And linebackers weren't really doing their job either on that side of the ball either. Like just gap integrity and being able to just stuff the hole. That's something Dorian Williams again could have been able to do on certain run plays. But
yep.
That's a whole other chapter.
Nah, I definitely agree, big dog. So now, hey, let's get to our side of the field. Let's get to our team, right?
Yep.
Josh Allen re-injures his non-throwing hand. Should we be concerned about his hand looking towards the future?
I don't think so. I mean, I think that he played pretty well toward the end of the game, even afterwards. And I mean, we won't really know until this next game coming up how much of an advantage or disadvantage he's going to be. I do remember when he did hurt his hand, he wasn't able to play, under the center, and they were having limited play. So at the end of the day, I think that they're going to be on a different gonna be on a different trajectory if he has to play. So with the broken hand, or not with a broken hand, but with a contusion in his hand. Oh no, don't do that to me.
Flag on the play, big dog. Hold on. Flag on the
All
play. Because first of all, let's get this established. During the first game of the season, during the first game of the season, if I'm not mistaken, that same hand he injured during the Arizona Cardinals, where he leapfrog or tried to leapfrog into the end zone, right? And he landed on that hand, and he landed on that hand awkwardly, right? And so all throughout the weeks, people like we see the glove on him. People assuming, oh, he good because he playing this, that, third. It's gonna be the same thing here because, in my opinion, I don't think his hand fully healed. Of course, it's better than what it was, but Josh Allen, he's not known for always for wearing gloves on his hands. So the fact that he still have that glove on, even throughout the season, even after that hand was fully healed, is still concerning to me at the end of the day. Because Josh Allen is a big guy. Josh Allen be getting hit. Oh, yeah, I see him get hit worse than that. But I never see him get up. He was hopping like this, holding his hand in the huddle. That man is hurting. So in my opinion, I think we should be very concerned. Even though it's not his throwing hand, you still need that hand to get the ball in a position with the straps for your throwing arm. You know what I mean? So in my opinion, I think we should be very concerned. Don't let the media fool you, because one thing about the Bills, our medical staff is known for lying to us. They keep things in the house.
Oh, yeah.
They have us questioning everything. So in my opinion, we should be concerned. Bottom line, that's just me.
Okay. I mean, I think I'm gonna just hold all my concern for another time, because if they come into this game and they're going under center and I don't see nothing going on with Josh's hand, and I don't see him kind of having those awkward handoffs, I really won't be worried at all.
So now with that being said, let me ask you a question, right? So you say you won't be concerned until you actually see it. So right now in your mind, as of right now, you don't see any concerns about it at all. Like you don't have no type of fear, no type of negative thoughts about it.
I don't see a stent on his hand. I don't see him walking around with a cast. I don't see any of that stuff. So, I mean, it looked like we came out scot-free this week in a snow game, so that's a good sign overall. Okay. But seeing Josh how he played, and I think we kind of got scapegoated because it wasn't a close game, so he didn't have to throw the ball as much. So we didn't really see that much either. So at the end of the day, I still think that there's nothing to worry about until we see the next game.
Okay. Now, let's get to the news of the week, because every time I go to work, every time I walk around in the neighborhood dropping off, when I'm at work, everybody saying, "Oh, Micah Hyde is back. Micah Hyde is back." I'm so excited. I'm going to start off with this one, right? I'm going to keep it a buck. Micah Hyde, we let him go for a reason. So let's not get that confused, because if we still wanted him, he would have been here in the first place. He is nothing but a depth. He's nothing but depth for this defense, for the Buffalo Bills. Don't expect Micah Hyde to come in and starting over DeMar Hamlin. He's not starting over Taylor Rapp. Yes, it's good to have a veteran who knows the system. It's good to have someone like him back, but chill out on the expectations. Chill out on the excitement. Y'all might not see him. If nobody get hurt, y'all might not gonna see Micah Hyde. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, I like to pick him because that's what it's depth. There's nothing wrong with that. You can never go wrong with that. But overall, I'm not excited about it. I mean, hey, good to have you back, man. Welcome back to Buffalo, big dog. Hey, it is what it is. That's how I feel. What's your thoughts on Micah Hyde returning to the Buffalo Bills?
Hey, man, welcome back. I mean, at the end of the day, it feels like he never left because he was the talk of the offseason, and people thought that he was going to come back from the very first time that he left, because he said it straight up that he's only going to play for the Bills, or he's not going to play at all. So he already set that precedent before the season even started. So it was kind of just on Bean and McDermott when they were going to bring him back. And seeing that we're 10-2 and we haven't lost any games significant, where we're one of the worst secondaries in the league and we're so desperate for safety help. No, I think that Hamlin is doing what he has to do in his 2 deep high. I think that Taylor Rapp is having an exceptional season. I don't really feel like we need him. I feel at the end of the day, it's just nothing but a depth piece, but it's a leadership piece in the locker room. And come on, let's be real. Like they're so confident, and McDermott already said that Rapp and Hamlin are his safeties, and that's who he's rocking with. So I just feel like this is one of those things like, yo, let me go get you a ring. Let me go get you a ring. I feel like they think that this is the year, and they confirmed it with signing this and signing this contract with him. And I do see him playing toward the end of the season. I see him playing versus the Patriots. I see him versus maybe the Jets toward the end of the season when we're resting our starters. But I would love to see us get the number one. I would like to see us get that number one seed, so that way we could play Hyde comfortably with him getting the reps that he needs.
And I actually like how you say that you like they brought him back. It's basically like it's a token of appreciation.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's kind of like we feel as a team, as an organization, as a fan base that this is our year, and you was a part of the turnaround when it came to this franchise. So it's kind of like, you know what, I owe you for you helping us get to where we at right now. And so I will 100% agree with you. I think that's a great take, a valid point, and I won't be surprised if that was a reasoning behind the signing of Micah Hyde. To be honest, right? Yeah. So now, I'm about to talk crazy. I'm sorry for everybody that's listening. I'm about to talk crazy right here, dog. Hold on. Sunday night recap. You see that man right there? You see Josh Allen right there? What that man? What you talking about? Superman? Do y'all know who Superman is? That's AFC Super Allen
of the week.
Super Allen, baby. He did something that no quarterback ever done in history. This man got a receiving touchdown, a rushing touchdown, and a passing touchdown. Hold on. Tom Brady ain't never do that. He don't got hands. His feet barely work. You know what I mean? Y'all go couldn't do what this man doing, dog. What is y'all talking about? Right? Hold on. What's this mean? Who was cooking? Who was cooking?
17 was cooking.
Oh, that motherfucker was on fire, right? So now with that being said, man, we said this on the show on the first episode. We said we gonna destroy, we gonna conquer, and we gonna make an example out of this team. And we did exactly that.
What was the play that made us get up out of our seats, man? You tell them, because I know what play was on replay for everybody out there at home, bro.
You said which play made everybody get up out of their seats?
Oh yeah, because everybody knows what play I'm talking about, man.
Hold on. I'm actually trying to think. I'm gonna let you bring it out. Let me see.
Because you can't think about that Amari Cooper pitch to the end zone. That was the filthiest play I ever seen. That was, it's not me just glazing Josh Allen, so don't get it twisted. But that was the craziest play in the snow, improvising. Like, they talk about Kansas City, and we weren't even watching Kansas City that day. They brought up Travis Kelce in the 09. I don't know what's wrong with man. But at the end of the day, J17, Mari Cooper, man, they made it happen. And that was the greatest play I've seen improvising in my life during the game. And I watched a lot of football. And that was a whole other level of just stamping a win. That was the crowd going crazy the whole night.
I'm not gonna lie. You know what that kind of remind me of?
What's that?
When we had played the Patriots in the playoffs, right? And the reason why I say that, because it was like,
oh yeah,
no matter what we did, it worked. It looked like we was playing with them. It looked like we was playing with our fool. Because if that was a close game, best believe we not doing that. I'm gonna keep it a buck. I after the second half, I felt like we was experimenting. I'm gonna be honest with you. Everything worked. You know what I mean? And it's like the way that play happened, and if you actually look into after like on a post game with Josh Allen interview and Amari Cooper interview, they said that was even planned. It just happened. It just happened. He was like, I seen Josh Allen came, he had his hands out. Shit, here you go. You want the ball? There you go.
He thought it was gonna be a pick. That's why Josh came throwing, because he threw a lousy ball. And he didn't expect him to just grab it and tuck it in. So he came back there thinking that it was gonna be a pick off his hand, and then he was coming in there for the tackle. So when he saw him, he pitched it right back, and he thought he wanted the ball. So there was a miscommunication that just turned out right at the end of the day. So
and then not only that, bro, all I'm gonna say is, if somebody did that in college, that right there is gonna win you the Heisman. Play like that's on your mixtape for the rest. That they probably gonna play that play three different times on the same mixtape. That's how great that play was. I bet you that play gonna be played all throughout the summer, throughout next year, and all throughout the rest of Josh Allen's career. That's how big of a play that was.
They thought that Josh Allen, that run with Kansas City was one thing that you're going to keep replaying. You're going to replay that right there where he did the same. He replicated the same exact dive that he did on his first ever start. And it looked crazy. It looked crazy. That was year 1, and now this is year 7.
You see that? That's what I saw. That's what I saw going in that end zone. That's what I saw. That's Josh Allen right there. That's what he did to y'all boys. You feel me? But hey, since we are talking about amazing plays, this goes right into what the next segment. In your opinion, which play changed the trajectory of the game?
I'm gonna let you go. I'm gonna let you go first on that one. You could break down the tape on that one too.
All right, so I'm about to explain to y'all exactly what happened. Bam. Let's bring it up. We're not finna play with them. Let it load up real quick. So first of all, the play that changed the game for me, a lot of people gonna be like, well, the game was already over with, and this, that, there. But this is the point, right? The score is 21-3. Okay, we winning. But this is at this moment, everybody that was watching the football game, the football fans, Bills fans, 49ers fans, at this moment, everybody knew the game was over. Everybody, I bet you half of the 49ers fans turned their TV off after this play, right? So let me get a little depth into it, right? Bam. So this is when the San Francisco 49ers they were gaining momentum right out of halftime, right? So Deebo Samuel, he had like a 40-yard kick return, big play. Brock Purdy them. They was driving down the field. So this is their chance to make this a 2-possession game. They right here at the 4-yard line. But you know what happened? You don't know what happened? Watch this. Let's take it nice and easy. Let's watch this. This ended the game right here. But I know it's a little slow, but it's going to get here. Bam. Hands the ball off. Bam.
Benford picks it up.
All right. Aaron acting slow, but we're gonna talk about it, right? So in other words, right, they hand the ball off at the 4-yard line to Kyle Juszczyk, right? Taylor Rapp came and knocked it out right at the 1-yard line before he was able to cross the goal line for the touchdown, right?
Talk about a game-changing play, man.
That right there, at this moment, everybody knew this game over it. We didn't play Uno after this play. We knew it was over it. There was no coming back.
It was just as the game was. No mercy. No mercy. And you know what?
Straight pay.
You know what? I'm throwing the challenge flag on that, man. I'm throwing the
challenge.
Yes, sir.
Whoa.
That was not the play that changed the game. Because I'm going to tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. So when Christian McCaffrey got hurt, that was the play that ended the game for the game in general. Because when I tell you that man was eating us alive in the beginning of the game, and he was hot, he was not to be messed with. If he would have stayed that entire game, we'd be looking at an entire different dogfight. An entire different dogfight. If it wasn't him, it was Mason. If it wasn't Mason, it was back to him. San Francisco has had a problem all season with having them have a balanced backfield. And now, when they started giving him the rock back and forth on consecutive plays after consecutive play, he eventually got hurt. And then when Fred Warner got hurt on defense, that's the second biggest play in my opinion that ended their day, because there's nobody else. There's nobody else on that team. It's just those two guys that are able to actually have an effect on the game.
All right, hold on. Let's keep this a buck. Let's keep it a buck right now, right?
All right.
Okay, Christian McCaffrey, that was a huge impact on him. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna be honest. That was a huge impact. But Fred Warner, that boy ain't doing nothing all game. I forgot he was even on the field, even when he was healthy. He had in the first quarter, he hit Ray Davis, and you heard the contact. That joke was like, I stood up like, oh, these boys came to hit. And after that, I haven't seen him for the rest of the game. He wasn't even a factor. I mean, he had like a play or two. He was no factor.
Oh no, I mean, I wouldn't say he was a factor like 10 tackles, 2 interceptions. Like he wasn't a force by himself. But when you lose the captain of your defense, you misplace people back and forth. And if you miss him, you miss the captain of your team, the whole defense is going to implode, especially in a game that means so much. And you're already having 73,000+ people yelling in your ear, trying to get you offside, trying to get you to jump. It's nerve-wracking. So actually being on the field and not having somebody to go to where you trust, it misplaces a lot of defensive players, which then ended up being their demise defensively because they were killing us in the beginning. So real quick, my Sunday recap, right? My Sunday recap. Yep. I felt like we won the marathon, but we lost the sprint. So in the beginning of the game, they came to hit. So they came out sprinting, dude. They came out there just laying the wood. And we're just sitting out there looking at each other like, man, like this is a different game, man. But then next thing you know, and they came out running the ball with Christian McCaffrey. They were eating us alive in the beginning. Matt Milano, welcome back. Having a lot of trouble in the beginning, engaging in contact with the second level. Having offensive linemen come to him and having him just put his hands on him, but not actually engage in the contact, gave McCaffrey a lot of that leeway to just go upfield. In the beginning, just eating us alive. In the beginning of the game, that was the sprint. Now, that only lasted a certain amount of time. And then the marathon, the entire game, I kept telling you, what I kept telling you? I kept telling you, relax. Let us keep going. It's real early in the game. I know they hit hard, and I'm not gonna lie, our team, we don't have thumpers, guys that you're gonna feel them and they're gonna lay the boom. The last time I saw somebody really lay a hit on somebody, it was I want to say it was Matt Milano before he broke his leg. That was when he was having a crazy year. He had like 2 picks coming out the year, and then he went to London and then fractured his leg. So I think that we won the marathon. We ended up winning the game. I predicted we would win. What was it, 38-14, and it ended up being 35-10. So it wasn't off by too much. But it's a marathon game. It shows you that the game isn't won in the first, not the second, not the third, but in the fourth. And we dominated by half. I wanted to be up by 2 possessions because we couldn't double dip. And that ended up happening too. We ended up being up by 2 possessions by half. And we were able to coast the rest of the way. So it's a perfect game. Perfect game.
And also, I have a question for you, right? And of course, it didn't have much of an impact on the game because how badly we dominated the San Francisco 49ers. But what do you think about Tyler Bass missing that field goal? Like, are you concerned about that in the playoffs?
Oh, I mean, of course, 1,000%.
Okay.
Your job, your literal only job is to kick the ball. Like, I don't want to hear excuses about it's snowing outside and I still can't do it. That's like saying it's snowing outside, so I can't deliver any boxes. I still got to deliver boxes in a hurricane, in a tornado. It don't matter. I got to do it. So your only job is to kick a ball. So I don't want to hear that crap. So yeah, you better make the field goals even when nobody's coming at you. It's a field goal. That's your only job. You got to trots out in the middle of the game and does that. It's the only thing you do. You're not told to hit or tackle anybody.
And I'm about to say, I definitely agree with you, right? Because winning heals everything. And the fact that we dominated, people actually forgot that he missed the kick. And this is not his first time when we dominated. I believe he done the same thing against, I'm not sure if it was the Chiefs. Who did we play before the Chiefs, if I'm not mistaken? I'm trying to recall. But I think we dominated them boys as well. Was it the Colts?
I want to say it was the Colts.
If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
We was dominating them, but he also missed a field goal. But everybody like, well, he missed it. We was already winning. It don't matter. Yes, we was already winning this game, but guess what? He doing it on a weekly basis. But since we are destroying teams, it's not really an impact. But let that be a close game. And he missed that field goal and watch our whole perspective change.
You know what I love about Tyler Bass? That when the game really is on the line this year, when it's been tight, he's made those field goals. And what I've noticed is that when we get really comfortable, he has a tendency to miss them. So I think that it's a sense of comfort. Like, I can miss this. It's not do or die. But when it's do or die, I've seen him come up. So I'm not really worried about Bass that much on the longevity standpoint. But on a game-by-game basis, yeah, you got to make field goals, dude. It's your job. Just because everybody else is doing their job doesn't mean that one person is gonna get let slide because they're not doing their job. Oh, because we overall did a great job today, guys. So like that one mess up, don't worry about it. You could just go. No, it's not. That's not how we do it over here.
And also too, for all you football heads, football fans, Bills fans, Steelers fans, I don't care what fan you are. The second most important position on the field outside of the quarterback is your kicker. Because those are two players who are guaranteed to put points on the board that could win or lose you the game each and every week.
Amen.
Alabama is just as important as Josh Allen. Bottom line. And if it comes to a close game in the playoffs, 9 times out of 10, we're not confident he's gonna make that. We all gonna be shaking in our boots, even still to this day. That's a problem. And the fact that you missing kicks against teams that be blowing out, it should be easier because you don't have no pressure.
I'm not gonna give him as much pressure as Baltimore Ravens kicker Justin Tucker though. But he's awful this year.
Oh
I don't
God!
know if you into that, but he's awful this year.
My boy fell off the cliff.
So I don't know what's going on with that. But on our end, I feel like we're getting somewhere with him. He's having a bit of the yips. He's had it since last season as well. So I don't think that it's something familiar. So at the end of the day, I feel like we're gonna be in the right position come to playoffs, and I'm not really worried too much.
Nah, most definitely. And that's why I say so. Before we go on to the next segment, man, what's going on to Joey Hatch, man? What's going on to my boy Julian? What's going on to my boy Hefe? I see you in the comment section trolling, big dog. Talk about Josh Allen ain't gonna do that to the Steelers. Man, we bully y'all every time we play y'all bums. Stop playing with me. You know, Julian over there, we
don't have a conversation with Hefe, man. We gotta talk with him.
Oh, no, for sure. Just be ready, big dog. We coming for you. But now, hold on. This is one of my favorite segments. This might be my favorite segment of the year. Damn. Did Josh Allen submit his first MVP this season? I'm gonna let you eat.
We're not gonna spend much time on this. Yes, he did. I'm not gonna sit here and dribble on for 10 minutes straight, bro. If you are blind, if you don't think that he's the MVP, you are blind. I don't care if he hasn't thrown 5 touchdowns in the game or none of that stuff. He's literally dominating the game. If the MVP, the most valuable player in the National Football League, is Josh Allen, because if you were to take him out and put Trubisky up there, you put any quarterback up there, bro. Our team, the way it's constructed, we're not winning 4 games. We're not winning 4 games.
Oh, for sure.
I'm just keeping it real. The way we're constructed, our run defense, our defense is constructed to basically run as much as you want, but in the past, you're going to be clamped up. In the goal line, you're going to be clamped up. There's going to be a time where you can only get to 3 points. That's the way our defense is constructed. So now on the offensive side, you got a guy that's literally able to run the ball, throw the ball, catch the ball if you damn near need to, and he'll get you to for sure yards, and he knows when to run now. If it's one thing that he knows now to do, he knows when to run the ball. In the game, we're literally watching somebody grow in front of our eyes, and he's been an MVP for 3 seasons already. Let anybody slip. And we having a different conversation. Let's keep that 100. I'm not going to sit here and dribble that much about it. He is the MVP of this league. Yeah, cool. That's cool. Let's get on to the next trophy that's awaited us for so damn long. But we gonna get there.
First of all, I'm about to talk crazy real quick. You know why? Because I finally can. First of all, last year we were 6-6. We had a 0.001% chance of making the playoffs. Who took this team to the playoffs last year when we had a 0.1% chance?
It was Josh
Who
Allen.
put this team on his back? Who had more touchdowns than Lamar Jackson? Who had more passing yards than Lamar Jackson?
Josh Allen.
Lamar Jackson won. He won because his team had a better record. He wasn't a better player.
Did you know that he had the same stats as Tyrod Taylor when he played for the Bills? And he won the MVP with those numbers? But Tyrod Taylor wasn't even a top 5 quarterback. What world are we in?
First of all, we living in a world to where everybody thinks Josh Allen is overrated. After he has proven himself time after time after time.
Yeah, more like underappreciated.
He's underappreciated.
Yeah, there's too many good quarterbacks out there now.
And it's crazy, right? Because, for example, right, they be like, oh, I'm gonna bring up Lamar I'm gonna bring him up for a great example, right? When they talk about Super Bowls, right? Do they say the Buffalo Bills have to win a Super Bowl, or do they say Lamar, or do they say Josh Allen need to win a Super Bowl? They say Josh Allen need to win a Super Bowl because they know he's the Buffalo Bills.
Yeah.
When they don't say, oh, Lamar Jackson got to win a Super Bowl, they say, oh no, the Baltimore Ravens do. Because Lamar Jackson's not the Baltimore Ravens. That's a big difference.
Yeah,
Josh Allen has
conversations though. Those are two different conversations. Some people they do hit Lamar with that, like, oh, he's elite, but he ain't won a ring yet. But at the same time, he's not gonna win a ring by himself. It's a team sport.
I agree. But for the most part, oh, Josh Allen this, Josh Allen that,
When it comes to that, yeah. When it comes to that,
you know what I mean? So it's like, at the end of the day,
he's a team.
And it's getting to the point to where it seems like every year y'all raising the bar higher and higher for somebody that's somehow overrated. But y'all keep raising the bar for him. This year is over. He cemented that. After what we did to the 49ers, after that play we talked about earlier with Amari Cooper, it's over. I don't care what Lamar Jackson do. He lost to the Browns. He losing to the Steelers. He losing to his division. He losing to bums. And somehow he's still in this conversation. Get him out of here. I don't care if he win the rest of the games. I don't care if he win the rest of the games of the season. He's not winning that. The trophy is over.
You know what's one thing that's gonna kill me though? If Saquon Barkley wins the MVP over Josh Allen. I'm not saying that he don't deserve it. I'm not saying he don't deserve it because that's a crack take. Everything I don't deserve, but running backs is a. I don't know. I don't want to underappreciate it because boy, man, I'm a big fan of running that rock. But at the same time, man, like, who's most valuable? Like, who do you want more on a team? Who's controlling that team?
First of all, we about to get to the meat and potatoes. The MVP is a quarterback reward. Saquon might end up the offensive player of the year, but the MVP is a quarterback reward.
Please.
Because if that's the case, Tyreek Hill should have won it when he had over 2,000 yards.
Please.
This is a quarterback reward. I'm sick of this Saquon talk. Let's keep it a buck. When the last time a running back won an MVP? And we done had plenty of great running backs these past 2 decades. When the last time a running back won an MVP?
Well, anybody that's gotten close probably been Derrick Henry or it's probably been AP.
Keyword close, but they ain't get it done.
They ain't get it done.
He's not winning that. Let's keep it a buck.
Because the quarterback is the most important position on the field. It's not a science. People want to give it out to running backs and stuff. I'm not saying that they don't deserve it, but there's one more award that he could get, and it's the offensive player of the year, and that's about it. You're not getting the MVP over Josh. I'm sorry.
And Joey Hash just made a great point. He said, I don't care that Saquon hurdled the guy backwards. Josh Allen has hurdled 15 guys. Yeah. He hurdling every 3 weeks. He jumping up linemen, linebackers, safeties. He don't care how big you are. Well, yeah, I can't lie. I never seen a backward hurdle. That looked amazing. But you know what else I never seen? A quarterback, a play that Amari Cooper and Josh Allen. I never seen that either. It was just as impressive.
I'm not gonna lie. I've seen filthier stuff than that. I have seen filthier stuff than what Saquon pulled. But they're not in the NFL, so they're not gonna get their flowers. So at the end of the day, there's people in high school that do miraculous stuff too, and they don't get that type of clip. So at the end of the day, I still feel like Josh Allen is doing all that while not turning the ball over. He's doing all that and some while not turning the ball over. And that was something that he got chastised for years about. That's something that I had to sit back and watch people for years talk about, oh, he's not that accurate or this and that. You guys don't watch football. Y'all seriously just sit down and let everybody else tell you guys what's the word when it's really not the truth. You guys got to watch ball and see development play for real.
You know who they listen to? They listen to Skip Bayless and Shannon Sharp all day. Because those are the two biggest Josh Allen haters.
They listen. No, you know a bigger hater than that, man. They got the Stephen A's of the world. Stephen A hating on him, man. He had to eat crow when he said, "Oh, Josh Allen, he the MVP right now." I gotta say he the MVP right now. You can miss me with all that. You can miss me with all that. When we started, what's this guy, Josh Allen? No, I don't want to hear none of that.
Hey,
all them boys.
And all I'm gonna say is, man, this is why you don't listen to everybody. Because guess what? Everybody counted this team out. Everybody counted Josh Allen out the moment we lost Stephon Diggs. They said he can't do nothing with these receivers on this team. And guess what? 12 weeks later, look at us. Look at us. We beat the Chiefs. We beat the team nobody can figure the hell out. With no receivers. We 10-2 with no receivers. Without Stephon Diggs.
We putting up 30 a game with no receivers.
Talk to me nicely.
Come on.
Talk to me nicely, man. Stop playing with me over here.
Like, we're running the ball with 3 different running backs. We could choose whoever we want. And anybody, even Ty Johnson, he could go over 100 if he really wanted to. We got enough. If we give him carries, he's going over 100 too. I believe
put that pain in. Oh yeah,
I believe that. So I don't feel that we have any real flaws. I think the only team left is the team that we got to face in about a week. But we can't overlook every opponent.
And best believe next show when we talk about that game, we going in depth.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be different.
That show gonna be amazing.
There's some history in that. There's some history in that.
A lot of history that y'all may not know, but when we bring it out, y'all gonna be like, "Wow, we got a lot more in common than y'all actually think."
It's like our stepbrothers, man.
Man, pretty much. But now, with that being said, it's time to go to the next segment, baby.
What's it? What's that?
The good, the bad, and the ugly.
Woo-hoo!
First of all, no, let's start off with the good. Let's talk about what we liked it. First of all, Josh Allen was 14 for 17. My boy had 3 incompletions, 1 touchdown, and if I'm not mistaken, I believe it was 158 yards. That's a perfect quarterback rating. He had a perfect QBR.
In the snow.
My boy in the snow with winds, with elements, and pretty much a snowstorm. He cut through them elements. He is built for this. Nothing is stopping this man. When he's on fire, he's on fire. That, for one, Josh Allen, you played amazing. And if I see anybody talking crazy about you, it's going down. You're going to have to come debate me, big dog. You got to come up here and debate us.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Come on. I'm accepting all smoke applications. Please pull up on me.
You know what I'm gonna do, man? You know what I'm gonna do on the real? I'm gonna get one of these fresh little sweaters right here, and I'm gonna put the stats on the back. So whenever they say, oh, yo, he's trash, oh, he turned the ball over, it's gonna be a single number back there. It's gonna be a single number in the back of my damn sweater, and it's gonna be all the turnovers that he did in the year, all the touchdowns he did. And you know what it's gonna say on the top? Right on the top of my spine's gonna say MVP. That's what's gonna say. I'm not worried. I'm not worried about them. I'm not worried about them this season. It's over with. It's tired of being humble. In the words of Cam Newton, bro, I'm tired of being humble, bro.
You feel me?
Come on now. We here. We are here, dude.
And let me get to the second good. Our running back room. We ate. We put up 220 rushing yards.
With that.
220. When the last time the Buffalo Bills did that? I can't even tell you. I think we came close, but over 200.
I can see how the conversation went, man. Where they was like, man, I ain't gonna lie to you, man. I got to get a rhythm real quick. All right, you Ray Davis, get out there, bro. Let me see what you got. Let me give him 4 carries. Boom. Okay. Well, all right. Let me get back to James Cook over here. Okay, James Cook then bursts out the scene, bro, and gets a touchdown. Next thing you know, okay, let's get Ty Johnson in there. Oh no, you know what? Let's get Ray Davis. Touchdown, Ray Davis. They're just spreading the wealth. They're spreading the wealth back there, and I love it. It's unselfish football. They know that they're locked in. You got Ray Davis on a rookie deal. James Cook is in no rush to get the bag. I mean, you got other people that want the bag for him, but that's a whole other can of worms where he's already locked in for next season too, so with no rush to pay him. Ty Johnson's locked in for another 2 years. Well, this year and next year, so he's locked in. So our running back room is stacked. We don't need nobody. Everybody's gonna eat back there, and everybody back there knows it. So it's beautiful.
You know what? Let me not even play. Right, let's pull up these. Let's pull this up, man. Let's get it popping.
All right,
let's get it popping, bro. Let's get it, bro. Let's bring up some of these stats. Guess what? Everybody that's tuned in, I don't need y'all to talk to me nicely. Are you Josh Allen hater fans? Are you Buffalo Bills fans? Y'all about to talk to me nicely after today. Bam. And if he gave you 30 fantasy points, boy, right? But not only that, I gotta give shout outs to my guy right here, Dawson Knox, our leading receiver. Sunday night against the 49ers, 2 receptions for 56 yards. In both, come on. The first reception was when Josh Allen, I think we was in our own 5-yard line, and he threw for like 30 yards. And then he had like 10 yards of yak because they couldn't take him down. And then in the second half, when the play prior to Amari Cooper and Josh Allen scoring, he had threw like a 20-yard pass. Dawson Knox, people forgot about him. People slept on him. But when it's time for us to need a play, he is him. He is him. So for one, that's part of the good. So now, hold on. I'm done with the good because there's a lot of good. Let's get to the defense. No, we not even finna play with y'all. We not even finna play with y'all. Bam. Yeah. Y'all see that? DeMar Hamlin, 5 tackles. But y'all talking about, Micah Hyde back, replace him. Put Micah Hyde back in. DeMar Hamlin is playing his tail off.
He's doing the best he can do.
Yeah, he could be weakened. Come on.
He's doing his job. I don't understand why.
Rasul.
Like,
Yeah. Talk your stuff. Hold on. Yeah, I want to hear it. Talk your stuff, bro.
Because I'm tired. I'm like, listen, man. I understand that DeMar Hamlin gets a lot of hate because he's not Micah Hyde. Okay, he never will be Micah Hyde. Let's just keep it real. But he's third in the league, or he's third in his team in tackles. He's doing the best he can in his job, and the best he can is getting us 10-2. He's not being a liability. That's the best thing about him is that he's not a liability. They're able to hide it really well with the 2 deep high. He knows that he could be had, so they keep him 2 deep high with Taylor Rapp, and they're doing their job. So all this thing about pushing people up off the field when they're already winning games and doing their job, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Don't try to get everybody back there. Oh, let's switch it up with Cole Bishop. We saw what happened with that when we had him go against Tennessee, and Nico Collins was going over the shoulder on him, and next thing you know, Rasul Douglas looking at him like, dude, like, where was you at?
What you doing?
Because he was supposed to be back.
What you doing, dog?
Yeah.
And then last week, for one of my impact players, Rasul, wait, what was it? Yeah, Greg, right? 4 tackles, 1 sack, and he had a big sack in the beginning, and I believe that sack came in the first half. It was the drive. It was the drive after Christian McCaffrey got hurt. He got that sack that ended the drive, and then the 49ers kicker had missed that field goal. That was a big play. My boy came out to play. So, in other words, not only that, he said the key to the game is turnovers. Let's see how many turnovers we had on defense. Taylor Rapp, fumble recovery. What else? Cole Bishop, fumble recovery. Turnovers. We won a turnover battle. And every game this season that the Bills have won a turnover battle, we are undefeated. So from now on, for the next few games, whenever from history, at least this season, as long as we win that turnover battle, we walking out that game victorious. But with that being said, bro, what about you?
One big thing that I liked was the time of possession that I predicted in the clip that you put on your IG. And I said that if we had good possession time, we were able to win the game. Because it's going to get colder as the night goes on. And the more you're on the sideline getting cold, it's going to be bad for that offense. And Brock Purdy, I want to shut that Brock Purdy talk up now. Because we got to talk about that. Because that was one of the bads, okay? I don't care. I don't care about him coming off an injury. I don't care about none of that. Because Josh has had to play with injuries, and he put up twice his stats of that. Easily. So I don't want to hear him in no top 5 conversation. I don't want to hear him in a top 10 conversation. He's a respectable quarterback, but I don't put him in that conversation with the high paid and all that stuff. He's on a different trajectory. He's on a different trajectory. I'm sorry.
First of all, I'm gonna say this one and foremost about Mr. Brock Purdy. That man fumbled with nobody touching him. The man tried to throw the ball and apparently he slipped out. That was one of the ugliest fumbles I think I've seen. That was goofy. It looked at goofy and it was goofy. I'm gonna keep it a buck. I don't care. He is sad. He is overrated. He's a player who had went into a great organization that was already built with great players at skilled positions that he needed for him to be good. You could put majority of quarterbacks in this league right now, in that position, and I'll guarantee you, if they go not do the same, they might do better than what he did for that team.
Oh yeah,
he's not him.
No.
He's not built like that. So stop talking all nicely about him like he built like that. I'm sick of hearing
Winston, not for nothing, but Jameis Winston looked better than him in the snow. But Jameis Winston not up there. Nobody talk about Jameis Winston.
No,
I'm just saying because he turned the ball over.
They sure don't.
He turned the ball over, but at the end of the day, he still looked better than him in the snow. He looked better than him. Period. But I mean, they're in different offenses. So I'm very aware of that. But if you put Jameis Winston in that offense, he would look like the second coming of whatever good quarterback you want to resemble him to. He's got the prototypical size. He's got the arm. He's able to just do whatever you want. But you got Brock Purdy in there, and he's just a game manager dude that is able to run the offense without turning the ball over as much. But once it gets cold, you already know what happens. You can't come to Buffalo.
All I'm gonna say is this. I don't care if any of y'all feel some type of way. 49er fans, pull up on me. He remind me of Mark Sanchez. He's the Mark Sanchez of the San Francisco 49ers.
Oh, man, I love that.
Yeah, guess what? Mark Sanchez took the Jets to the AFC Championship. Come on. He took the Jets to the AFC Championship. But he wasn't it.
Oof, that's a fire comparison.
That is Mark Sanchez. That's how I look at him. He's nothing special about him. He just have great pieces around him that make him look better than what he actually is. Yeah. And kudos to the 49ers. I'm not saying that you are a bad player, but you're not what these people saying you are. And guess what? We just seen that. Like we've been seeing almost all season prior to you get hurt. You're not him, big dog. Pull up. 49ers, get in this comment section. Debate me, please. I'm ready for you. But that's how I feel.
Scott Purdy got done dirty.
Man, that's the understatement. So now let's get to the bad. I'm gonna let you start off with the bad.
I think that against the run, we did really, really bad. Like we had no type of mix up in the line. We were playing 4 flat, just 4 down linemen. Very basic tape. I think that coming out flat was a real big thing that I took away from the game. I think that we could have did better. With mixing in a little more stunt moves, which we did toward the end, but we did in the beginning. So it kind of made it feel like everything was falling flat. We could have took a lot more dominance, like in the beginning of the game, but seeing how they waited until just the very end, it kind of just threw me off, and the Bills didn't really get into rhythm until the second quarter because of it. Because McCaffrey was just ripping us. So there was no type of answer for him at all. There was no answer. It was like, well, how are you going to keep playing 4 flat, just 4 straight down, and there's not going to be no stunt moves, nobody's switching in, nobody's trying to take advantage of one-on-one techniques with Ed Oliver. It's just Jordan Phillips just taking on a block and just letting the guy just go right through. There was no type of switching to the guard until McCaffrey was hurt, and then ever since that point, they just attacked. They saw blood and they went. So I think the bad was the trenches. I think that they need to be a lot more physical and they need to get more creative. Babbage need to get more creative with just switching them, like doing more stunt moves, being able to load the line up a little bit more on one side when you see clearly that it's a counter run, and they ran the same play over and over until they got to stop. It was disgusting. It was like you were playing in Little League, and they were playing wishbone left or wishbone right. Which way are you going? And that was it for the first quarter entirely.
Definitely. Most definitely, bro. Because guess what? Last week I said it was 2 things I'm concerned about, right? So one of them is bad and one of them is ugly. But the ugly is next. I'm gonna get to that. But the bad is, you already said it. I said we can't start off slow. We are notoriously known for starting games off slow.
As hell.
Which, we picked it up in the second quarter. I'm excited about that. But I'm not gonna lie, that first quarter, I was quiet as a Bills fan watching that. Christian McCaffrey, I was like, we're finna lose to this man alone. I'm like, is this about to be the Patriots again? When they don't gotta throw the ball because they running back is destroying us at the line of scrimmage? Mm-hmm. Is this about to be one of them games? That's how I felt. I was quiet. So the fact that we start that game off very slow, right? And my second bad, special teams. Special teams was pretty bad. I'm not gonna lie to you. It was pretty terrible. Debo Samuel almost had a kick return. Yeah, the last kick return, he fumbled. Okay, that was on him and not our special team. Let's keep it a buck. Tyler Bass missing a field goal. Yeah, he was 5-5 on extra points. Thank God, because for some reason he's known for missing a lot of extra points this year, and it's the closest kick you could motherfucking kick in the game. I'm just saying. I just want to vent. I'm sorry, but my too bad is special teams. It's starting off slow, but now the ugly. I'm gonna start this one off. I said this last week, and it was only one ugly. I said we have to win the battle in the trenches. They forced a bill on us. I'm like, did we even show up to play? Are these guys too physical for us? I was questioning my sanity because what I thought was gonna happen didn't happen. I'm like, okay, these guys must be better than what I expected because I said we're gonna dominate. We looked like little boys out there the first quarter and a half. They destroyed us in the line. They destroyed us in the trenches. They destroyed us on offensive trenches and on our defense trenches. They destroyed us. So that's my ugly of the game. What about you, big dog?
I think I'm gonna be honest, man. In the beginning, it was Milano's play. I know that you got to show grace to.
That's a good one.
You got to show grace to Milano coming back and everything. He got better as the game went on, but I just thought that what looked ugly was that big ass brace he had on his hand. That it just made him look so constricted. It looked like he had a coat on, just the hand. It looked like he had a coat just on the hand. And then next thing you know, it's just like he's trying to tackle, and it just looked very awkward, engaging. It looked like he had this huge club. It wasn't working for him. So I think the ugly part visually was that. The ugliest part of the game, I want to say it was, I got a second it. The special teams, they was not coming to hit the only thing that I got a credit for, and I'm not gonna lie, if it wasn't for that Cole Bishop penalty, was Codrington's punt return that should have never got called back. And the only reason why I say never should have got called back was because Cole Bishop didn't have really that much of an impact on the play, and that was just a petty little call at the end of the day. It's the NFL nowadays; they're gonna throw petty calls. But those are the things we live with. If that's the case, we're talking about 42.
First of all, speaking of petty calls, the pettiest call I seen that game was against DeMar Hamlin. When they said it was pass interference, when the receiver was running into him with his head, and DeMar Hamlin like this. How's that pass interference? And he running into
he's literally tripping right into him. He's tripping right into him. What is he gonna do? He literally has hands up like this, like, dude, I don't want to. And he's backpedaling, and the guy's literally coming in looking for him. Yeah.
As soon as that happened, I'm like, is this about to be one of these games? Are they gonna try to keep this team in there?
They're gonna try to trap us.
I was confused.
You thought they were trying to trap us.
But actually, since you have brought up Matt Milano, this was ugly to me. Even though it ain't had nothing to do with on the field, but as a fan, I thought this was a very ugly thing, at least in my opinion, overall, is that Matt Milano came and started over Dorian Williams. That surprised me. Dorian Williams been a dog. That blew my mind. I did not like that. I know his next man up. I know the team love everybody, but you could kill his confidence by doing that.
Yeah.
You could really hurt him mentally by doing that.
I think that starting Milano was a good move. Looking back at it, only reason why, if you look at their contracts, Matt Milano has 2 years left on his contract. So he's locked up for the next 2 years. I don't want to hear no trade him. I don't want to hear none of that. Okay? Let's dead that right now. He's not going anywhere. He's going to stay here in Buffalo. If he does decide to move on from Buffalo after his 2 years, Dorian Williams is still a second-year player. So 2 years from now, he'll still be in his last year in the league, and they'll be matched up perfectly. So it's who are you gonna pick? And it's mostly gonna be on Milano's side because you can't re-sign both to max deals. And I'm pretty sure we're gonna stay with Dorian Williams, just because over 4 years I expect Dorian Williams to be just as good as Matt Milano in 4 years. Not right now. Right now he's still doing what he gotta do. He was third in the league in tackles This guy was a ball hawk. But he plays like a free safety. He plays to me like a free safety that comes down on the line. He hits like a linebacker, but his speed, he plays like a safety to me. So when I see him going on the bench and then seeing Milano start, I just think it's because they know that he's the project and Matt Milano's already the finished product. So you already know what you're getting out of Milano. Milano got better as the game went on. And of course he was sore because it was, after game one, his first game coming back. It's always going to be like that. But I think that they should have split time, especially toward the end when we were already cooking them. I think that Dorian Williams should have got some PT too.
I'm gonna say this, right? I 100% agree with you, but my viewpoint on it, like, okay, I'm glad that he did start. We seen what he looked like. He got better throughout the game. Yes, correct. But after the day, I feel like you put him at risk of injury out there in that weather. Even after we blown his team out, you took out all your starters. Why is he still in the game? Yeah, he already warmed up. The game over. He already warmed up. In my opinion, I just feel like, it's okay. He started. Okay, that's cool. But you put him at risk of getting hurt again over a game that wasn't necessary. The game was over by halftime. Put Dorian Williams back out there. That's just how I feel.
Yeah, he just hasn't played all season though, so he needs to get his conditioning in. Like dude, if I'm coming in and I haven't played all season when my boys has been eating all season, I want to feel like I'm up there with them as far as reps. So I understand from a player's perspective why he was out there the entire game, especially after they were dominating them. It would have been nice for Dorian to get some time, but I still understand why they had, on a coaching perspective and a player's perspective, why Milano was there the entire game. And I don't see it stopping now for the rest of the season going into the playoffs.
So I have a question, like, 'cause I know you are a former college football player, right? So from your experience, do you think as a player that you once was, do you think that actually affected him mentally?
Oh, 1,000%. When you're not out there with I feel like the only thing that really matters to you at the end of the day is being out there with your boys. And you can't wait to get out there. And once you're out there, you want to feel like one of the boys too. And that's the same thing that Micah Hyde is going to feel when he starts coming back. It's that missed time that you have. And now that he's out there and he's active to play, he's not 100%, obviously. He's still wearing that sling. But him coming out there, it changes him mentally. And I think that's the reason why he was finding it hard to engage in the beginning. It's just that getting those jitters out the way and getting the first couple pieces of contact. If I'm not mistaken, he was the first tackle of the game when they ran into his side on the very first play of the game. And I bet you almost that even on that assist tackle that he had, he felt like he was in the game already. And that's like the first thing that you look for when you're a player is that first hit. And then after you get that first hit, you get that one good little lump. After that, you're good for the rest of the game. You're already active. You already know what you're getting yourself into. And I feel like that meant the world to him.
Okay, and I'm about to say I have one more question for you before we move on to the next segment, right? So I remember earlier we was talking about Micah Hyde, correct? And you had stated that you could see him, playing against the Jets and the Patriots, right? So now with that being said, in the playoffs, do you actually see the Buffalo Bills making Micah Hyde a starter on his team for the playoffs? Like can you see that?
No. I just think that they're good where they're at. And I think that the last couple games will be conditioning games for Micah Hyde. I mean, I feel like it's gonna be all by ear. He did travel for this game coming up with LA, so I feel like just getting that being a part of the camaraderie of the team, being with the boys again. Like, I'm not sure if he's gonna suit up because I know he's still in the practice squad, but he's gonna be out there eventually. After he did his workout with the Bills, they already know that he's able to play. They had to do the private workout, so that way his due diligence is he's still athletically inclined to play. So now that he's actually out there and he's traveling with the team, he's kind of just getting a gist for what his new team, different year. So he's coming out and he's using his veteran presence, knowing the locker room, knowing what he knows from the defense. It's gonna help Hamlin. It's gonna help Cole Bishop being new. When Cole Bishop is looking, because he's the project guy. Remember I said that He's the project guy in the future. So if you think about, let's go draft the safety, let's go draft it. He is the project. They picked him up. He's a second round pick. Give him a chance. This guy's a thumper. This guy can hit, and he's the future. DeMar Hamlin is not the future. I'm saying that first. DeMar Hamlin's not the future. He's the insurance blanket for right now, and he's doing his job. But it's not the long-term project. So Micah Hyde is going to help guys like Cole Bishop, guys like DeMar Hamlin that are out there playing, guys like Taylor Rapp, guys that are out there right now. He's using his veteran presence in order to get these guys more comfortable and for him to get himself a ring at the end of the day. That's why he's there.
Okay, I was to say, all valid, fire, right? So we have a great question real quick for the next segment because it has to deal with this, right? Joey Hatch, right? He has a question. I know people might not like me for this, but Matt Milano's fracture and break to his knee, he's never going to be the same. Do you think that we could get old Matt Milano back?
I think that.
Do you think we can get him back?
I think that we got him back. If you look at how the game ensued as the game went on, you got everything that Matt Milano was already. And Matt Milano, let's keep this into a bubble. He's one of the worst open field tacklers in the league. Okay, this guy misses tackles more often than anyone in the league. I promise you that. You can look that up as a real stat. I think it's like 40% of the time. It's an open field tackle. He will miss it. Okay, I promise you. If you go, yeah, that's the look I had in my face too. Because I was like, damn, like really.
I didn't know that, bro. Because he be hitting, bro.
One-on-one, yeah, he hits.
That's
when
crazy.
It's in a crowd. Let him get a one-on-one. Let him get a one-on-one with a running back. The running back is cooking him. The running back's cooking him. Dude, look at it. Dude, I'm talking about he's leaving him on his ankles and his knee. He's picking that shit right back up, man. I'm telling you. I think that people get it misunderstood because he's a good nickel linebacker. And then they make him look so sweet. But then when he goes out and he's in a 4-3, they're not ever playing the 4-3. Let's get that. Okay, let's get that all out the way right now. On our defense, we are a nickel-based defense. We only play 2 linebackers. Everybody else is a rusher, and then they're going back. Okay? So if people are freaking out because we're giving out a lot of run plays and we're giving out a lot of rush yards, don't worry, because that's the way that the Bills defense is constructed. Because then once it starts getting tighter, that's when we bring in more 3 linebacker cores toward the end. And then that's what throws off these offenses. They're like, damn, like now they're getting tighter, bro. Like now they got dudes that are matching up with our tight ends. You got Taron Johnson on the tight end, and it's like he's the best slot in the league. And next thing you know, he's got a better chance of covering it and blocking the pass. He's a corner over tight end, so on and so forth. So I think that, without getting too far off, I think that Micah Hyde is Micah Hyde at the end of the day. He's not going to get dumber because he was off the field. He was only off the field for a season. So he's not, and he did come back this season. He did practice. He did make it to almost the first preseason game. And then after that, he got tore his biceps, so he didn't do anything. So now it's all conditioning until then.
Okay. All right. So, hey, man, let's introduce the next segment, man.
That's a good question, though. I like that.
Men amongst boys, right? So for everybody that's watching who don't know what men amongst boys mean is who basically bully, who's the big bully out there? Who showed out? Who showed up and showed out? That's what men amongst boys mean, right? So I'm gonna go first. My first men amongst boys, James Cook. For him to be the littlest player on that field, them San Francisco Bay boys, they did not want to tackle. The boys, after he broke out that 65-yard run, they did not want to tackle this man. Them boys was playing out there like they was made out of ice. They were scared to even touch anybody out there after that happened. So James Cook forced his will on them players on this team early. And you could see after that play, this team was not the same on defense. They couldn't tackle a damn thing on that field. So, hey, James Cook, this week on offense, you earn men amongst boys. I would say Josh Allen, but Josh Allen is too easy to go for because you know what? I want to give another player love because Josh Allen get love every week. So I want to spread the spotlight to another player. James Cook, this week you are my men amongst boys.
My men amongst boys is a guy that needs some shout out. Shout out to Alec Anderson, our extra lineman that we play. The extra lineman that we play, that is throwback football, ladies and gentlemen, to have 6 offensive linemen, have him be an eligible receiver and able to block the end and able to just solidify the offensive line on zone run plays. He played that perfectly. And he's been doing it all this season. So I'm gonna give him some love. I'm also give some love to Greg Rousseau. Greg Rousseau came out to play. He's one of those guys that when you needed the defense step up in the second half, he came and shut that thing down. Like on a pass rush perspective, on stopping the run, one of the best run stoppers in the league at defensive end. I think he's third actually to Nick Bosa, and there's another cat in the league that's really good at that too. But he's a top 3. He's definitely a top 3 run stopper for defensive ends in the entire league. So he's gonna get his bag.
And I'm about to say on defense, my same exact player, man amongst boy, Greg Rousseau, right? So speaking of Greg Rousseau, I would just like to ask you a question about Greg Rousseau.
What's that?
Do you think, because when it comes to him getting paid, we're gonna have to pay him next year. So do you think it would be smart for the Buffalo Bills to give him an extension early before that time period come up, before he start negotiating contracts? Do you think it's best if we secure that bag now?
It would be smart, but not they won't be able to do it right now. So they'd have to wait. They would have to wait at this point until the off season. So I think that with Greg Rousseau's background, I mean, we'll get into that in the off season. I think that it's safe to say that he could be here for quite some time. And I don't think he'd mind. I think that they built him to be a project player here. Where we like to apply from within. If you see how we have our Bills team constructed, we apply from within. You want promotions? We apply from within. You want to be a full-time guy? All right, we're gonna draft you, and then we're gonna mold you, and then you're gonna be upgraded to a starter in the future. So that's how it is. You apply as a rookie. By the time your 4th year hits, you're either a starter or you're gone.
I like it, right? So now, hey, we are an hour and 7 minutes into this podcast, right? And I'm gonna be honest, it don't even seem like it, man. I just feel like I'm having barbershop talk with my peoples, man. You feel me? And now with that being said, man, hey, man, we finna get into the last segment. Hold on, it's time to get into the pregame. Buffalo Bills versus Los Angeles Rams. Predictions and expectations, baby. You feel me? You know what? What do you expect for this game? What do you expect for this game?
I expect us to win. I'm gonna be honest, man. It's hard to be humble. It's hard to be humble on this side of the football, man. When you see greatness, you see MVP ball. This is gonna be a little different. We are gonna have to run the ball. I wouldn't put them in the same pedestal as last game because we are going to be playing at LA, but I feel like they're going to have to spread it more toward the outsides. Because, dude, if you haven't seen Braden Fisk, one of my favorite defensive players on the Rams, dude, Braden Fisk is a monster, man, coming out of FSU. Defensive tackle. I compared him to Kyle Williams coming out, man. But when Kyle Williams became Kyle Williams, I wanted us to draft him. We ended up not getting him. LA ended up getting him. This dude is one of the best run stoppers in the league, and he's a rookie playing defensive tackle. He's a 3 tech, so he plays a lot of one-on-one. He can mold. He can play the one-on-one, and he can take 2 at the same time. So I feel that outside run play is going to be prominent in his game. I feel that inside pass game is going to be something good too for this game. Just because they're not really stout at the corner position anymore. They just traded away Trey White. They got a couple young guys in there, but it's not really going to make too much noise. They are pretty hot. They're not a sizzling hot team, but they're somewhere in the middle. They're cooking up something. They still got Kyron Williams. They still got Matt Stafford. They got Cooper Kupp. They got Puka Nacua. They got the crew. They got a crew that's able to pass. But you know what we have? We have Christian Benford. We got Rasul Douglas.
Lockdown.
We got two high safety that we dare you to pass the ball. We have corners that are starving for picks. Come pass
Please
the
try
ball.
us. Please.
Taron Johnson, please pass it. Please pass it to Dwayne Robinson. It's gonna go the other way, I promise you. So I see them forcing their way to pass the ball. They're a really good, unique passing team. They have two good wide receivers on the outside, one Dwayne Robinson in the inside. I think that they're gonna try to force their way into passing the ball in LA, in their hometown. But I feel like it's gonna be a little too much once it becomes too one-sided and they give Kyron Williams out the way. I don't feel like this game is gonna be close either. I'm sorry, I don't see it.
You see this? You know what this mean, big dog? You know what this mean?
I'm
about to cook.
Smoke coming out that. I see the smoke coming out.
Oh yeah, I'm cooking right now. Right now. This game, it's about to be devastating, and not for the reasons you think it's gonna be devastating.
Good.
This game is about to be. We are about to destroy the Los Angeles Rams. First of all, I'm gonna just say this: we already killed your division. We killed your whole division. You think you gonna come? You think you gonna beat us? We already killed. You can't even beat. You could barely beat your own division. We killed y'all. We're gonna kill you too, right? Hold on. I'm not even gonna play with y'all. Let's get straight to the stats, bro. I ain't gonna play with y'all. I'm ready for this right here. First of all, let's start with Josh Allen, right? Do you see what I'm seeing right here?
What a guy.
Quarterback rating. Second in the league. 5 interceptions. 62nd in the league, right? We know what that means? We finna destroy y'all in the air. And if you actually watch the Rams game, they corners are sad. We finna pass all over this team. It's not even gonna be a run game. I mean, of course we're gonna run, obviously, but this is gonna be a pass-heavy game because they have a good defensive line. The Rams, I'm not gonna sleep on their line. Their line is pretty decent. I'm not gonna lie to you. We gonna kill them in the air, right? And so let me show you something else. Hold on, I ain't finna play with y'all right now. Watch this. Let me break down something to y'all real quick. Let me go back real quick, right? Bam. Khalil Shakir, right? 629 yards. You see that, Harry? Watch this. This is gonna blow your mind. Let's go straight to the Rams. Khalil, right? 629 receiving yards. Look how much they top receiver have. Let's get to it, bro. Cooper Kupp, 565. Khalil Shakir have more receiving yards than your all-star receiver. Hold on. No what? Let me get nasty with it. I'm finna get nasty with y'all boys. This guy right here, Matthew Stafford. Matthew Stafford is about to be the reason I lose this game. Let's get to it. Bam. Bam. Do y'all see what I'm looking at? Hold on. Let me zoom in. I ain't finna play with y'all. A quarterback rating of 60.1. He's an average quarterback this year. He's nothing to be scared of. Our slot receiver had more than your outside receiver. That shouldn't even happen, especially this far in the season. This team is not as good as people think they are. This team is struggling against bums. The NFC is full of bums. He could barely beat bums. Y'all expect us to go over there and struggle against this team? It's gonna be a good game for viewership, but on that field, this team is gonna be destroyed.
Hey,
Matthew Stafford.
Can you hear me?
Yep. I can hear you. Yep.
You know what's one thing that just hit my mind just now? When was the last time Josh Allen lost to the Rams? I'll wait. He never lost to the Rams. He's never Rams.
I was about to say, like, I'm like, I don't remember us losing to them. We always spanked them, boy.
We beat them in the 2020 season. We went to the AFC Championship. The same time that we went against
COVID year.
The AFC Championship that year. That's another tidbit. We got this division locked down. The NFC West ain't got nothing on the Buffalo Bills. Even on our worst days. So the last time that they went against, we put up 30 plus on them easy. This season.
We blew them boys right. We blew them right out the Super Bowl.
Now, if it's one thing that we're gonna stop, is my prediction to this game. I feel like Kyron Williams is not going to score a touchdown. Kyron Williams scores a touchdown in every game that he's in. The running back of the LA Rams. He's a nasty.
Yo,
the nasty running.
Like I was just about. I'm sorry to cut you off, bro.
Oh, you're good.
I was just about to say that's really hard for me to say that. 926 yards. My boy he gonna have 1,000-yard season, right? And it's hard for me to say that, basically because the Bills allow you to run. We're gonna let you run. I can see him. I can see him get a touchdown within the first or second quarter. I feel like we gonna let them boys run because we bend and don't break. And when they say we bend, that means we allow teams to run on us because we're not gonna let you beat us through the air. And most teams can't beat us on the run game. Not off a straight running. So I can see him scoring, but I don't see him having a big game. I can say that. I don't see him having over 60 yards against us. But I do see him having a 5-7 yard touchdown on us for sure. That's just my prediction.
All right.
But I like that. Because when I'm watching that game, I'm gonna be paying attention to that.
Okay.
And for everybody watching this show, remember my boy said that. And if it comes true, we talking crazy next game. We talking crazy next game. I mean, next show, we talking crazy.
So what's final predictions? Final predictions. What's the score?
So my final prediction, cause I ain't gonna lie, bro. We always put BTA to them. If y'all know what BTA mean, belt to ass. That's what we do. That's what we do to the Rams. We gonna put BTA to them. So now, with that being said, this team, they're not gonna be able to throw on us. They probably gonna. I don't think they're gonna run well against us. I can see the score being 13-28.
Very modest score.
Wait, hold on. I'm sorry. I just thought about that. We averaged over 30. I'm being too nice. That's what I did last week, and we seen what we did to them. My bad. I can see the score being 13-38. There you go. We're gonna spank these boys. 13-38. Oh yeah. We're gonna make up for that. We're gonna make up for that Tyler Bass missed kick this week.
I'm gonna go 31-20. 31-20. I see 2 pass touchdowns by Matt Stafford. I see a pick. I don't know who's gonna get it. I'm almost hoping it's Rasul Douglas. But it'd be crazy if DeMar Hamlin goes out and gets another pick. I mean, I'm just saying.
Hey, he already surprised us.
This dude's been trending, man. He cheated me last week with a pick that got called back. But you
know who I could see getting a pick? And this is my bold prediction. the guy behind you on that picture. Oh, not 17. The one to your left, Matt Milano. I think Matt Milano is gonna get that interception this week. His blood gonna be pumping. He already feeling good. That confidence gonna be up. And guess what? He's still, regardless if he's coming off an injury or not, he's still one of the best coverage linebackers in the league. And you know what that means? They gonna test him. Best believe they're gonna throw that ball in the middle. They're gonna test Milano. Until Milano catch that interception, that middle is gonna be shut down afterwards. So I got Matt Milano interception first half. That's my bold prediction.
Oh, hot then. I'm with it.
What's your bold prediction for at least for us? Offense or defense? Give me one.
James Cook get 2 touchdowns.
Who?
And
Okay.
Josh Allen gives me 2 rushing touchdowns.
So 4 rushing touchdowns altogether?
4 rush touchdowns on Sunday.
Say no more. So, man. So, yep.
Go back to Tyler Bass, man.
You said Tyler Bass, right?
One right there. 4
Say
scores.
no more. Hey, and now with that being said, before we close the show out, I want to get to a few questions that you had left, right? So, Jay Mafia said, so Kenny and Harry, do you think they will Do you think they will resign James Cook after this season, or are you guys comfortable with Ty and Ray?
I'll take that one. So I don't think that we're in any rush to sign James Cook until the season after this season. So I think that James Cook knows that, and I feel like there's already something being, I feel like there's something already being uh, portrayed to him like he's the future in Buffalo. So I don't really feel that there's any pressure on having James Cook signed right now. And even if something were to happen to him, we sign him right now, we're stuck with him. And running backs are a dime a dozen. It's hard to say, but they're a dime a dozen. So at the end of the day, even if James Cook doesn't work out, we still got Ray Davis on the back end. So you think Ray Davis is the future? I know that. I think that Ray Davis is the future here too. But I think that right now James Cook is the guy. And dude, let's real quick, just before we close out though, James Cook and need a running back tandem nickname. So if anybody got some good ones, y'all can that and we'll find something. We gotta find something for them because they need that respect too. They got Sonic and Knuckles over there in Detroit. We gotta have something over here.
And I actually want to put my 2 cents on that question as well. I feel like the running back position slowly but surely is coming back because I feel like a lot of teams are running the ball a lot more. This is starting to become less of a passing team if you actually pay attention to what the NFL is starting to look like. These teams are using running backs more than they did the past previous years. So, in my opinion, I think they're going to resign James Cook. I don't think he's going to be a max contract. I don't think it's going to be as much as we assuming. I think we're going to underpay him, and I think he's going to take that because he's excited. He might be happy to be here. I'm going to be honest. Because one thing about right now, if you have a good backfield, a backfield, most teams is keeping, like, for example, Christian McCaffrey. Who they got? Jordan Mason. Over there in the Jets. Brees Hall. They backup is Allen. Baby Derrick Henry. Teams are keeping a strong. If you got 2 good running backs, they keep it at Tatum together. They keeping it together. So in my opinion, I think we resigning James Cook because we got something special here. And we let James Cook go. Ain't no telling if we can find another player that's going to compliment Ray Davis as much as James Cook do, or if you're gonna find a running back that's gonna compliment James Cook as good as Ray Davis. I think we got something special. I think we're gonna keep it together, and I think I see us having them for at least another good 3 years together. That's just my opinion.
That'd be great.
But with that being said, hey man, I appreciate everybody for joining in. Everybody that tuned in, that like, that share, that comment, that had questions, man, that want to join us. Because at the end of the day, y'all gave us time that y'all can't get back. And guess what? We are forever appreciated for that. Thank you for taking time out your day to come tune in with us. You know what I mean? We can't do this without y'all. You know what I mean? So once again, I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all very much.
Hey man, it's been a heavy ass week. And you know what I'm talking about, man. So hey, shout out to all of the delivery drivers out there in the trenches. Going out there in the wind and the cold packages, man. For all the little kids that might watch this sometime in the future, you know, we playing Santa and the whole nine and giving Santa his supplies so that way he could go under the tree. I'm trying to tell you, man, it's one of the hardest, most underappreciated jobs that are out there, delivery drivers. So shout out to all the delivery drivers watching this, all the delivery drivers that are out there right now still delivering 10:26 at night, because there's still probably people out there delivering right now. So,
yep.
Shout out to those dudes in the trenches putting in that work because it's been rough. It's been rough, and it's only gonna get rougher. So just keep holding on and keep tuning in. We gonna keep you entertained while you out there in the trenches.
And also got a question for you, Harry. Well, not a question, but it's a statement. Joey has said, greatest show, my brothers. Look me up, bro. I love to talk Bills. You know me, Harry.
Hey, yeah. Oh, yeah. No, Joey Hatch, man, listen, long time we were supposed to actually get together and do something for a show. We definitely will be in touch. I've been really crappy with that. And we just started our show. We were supposed to start maybe 2 months ago. And we were waiting for the perfect time. And listen, we're in episode 2 now. So once we get these little training wheels off, we start getting a little more things running. I promise you, you're gonna be the first people, one of the first people we hit up to get a collab with the show with, for sure.
Yes, sir. Hey man, and now with that being said, man, hey man, shout out to Bills Mafia, man. It's nothing but love, man. We're gonna see our boys next weekend, man, next Saturday. Because guess what? We're gonna be consistent. This is just the beginning of a long journey, man. And guess what? Not only am I want to walk this journey, I want y'all to walk this journey with me as well, man. Man, we appreciate y'all boys once again, man. Hey, shout out to Bills Mafia. We finna come. We finna destroy. We finna conquer, and we finna make another example of these Los Angeles Rams tomorrow at 4:30 in Los Angeles.
Destroy, conquer, repeat. Destroy, conquer, repeat. That's what we're gonna do every single week.
Let's go.
Let's go.
And all I'm gonna say is Josh Allen got 1 ring. He about to have 2. Let's go, baby. Hey, man, shout out to y'all, man. Hey, man, we gonna catch y'all live next week, man. Y'all be safe, man. Take care, man. Hey, man, also, too, man, stay safe out there. The world is ugly, man. Take care of y'all families, man. Make sure y'all pray. Stay blessed. Stay healthy. We see y'all next week, man. Shout out to y'all.
Peace.
Peace.